Finally, summer has arrived in the UK after the cold months of the winter. Not ideal. So yeah, just outside, it's Monday morning. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for joining once again. Busy weekend, went to the London Marathon yesterday, supported a friend from my run club. And yeah, it was a great day, busy, but such a great atmosphere. Was in London all day. And then, yeah, Saturday, I did do a bit of work just with the edits for my client that I did the shoot for 2 weeks ago now. So I've delivered one edit this morning, actually, and sent it across to see what he thinks. I've got another edit to deliver as well, which I'll send through once he's confirmed the editing style for the one that I've already done. Other than that, I finished the brand video for Wolverine that I had to do on Friday as well. Sent that through this morning. They need that by the 29th. So send that through. I'll see what they say as well. So waiting on that. Still waiting on the brief information, the scripts from the 7 videos that I need to do for Caterpillar, but hoping they come through in the next day or so I can get that started this week. And then waiting for a shoe to be delivered for the brand High Test that I'm going to be working for, the new client that came through. To start that brief for them, I've got a shoot that needs to be done in the house here, and then 2 deliverables for them also. So I will have a busy week, provided I get those scripts through, because then I can start those 7 videos. If I don't get those through in time, or at some point this week, then I won't have much to do. So I've got like 3 briefs, but again, still can't start any of them. So hoping they come through. Every day I'll try and do something fitness-based, some sort of exercise, whether it be go down the gym or go for a run. I've not been running much since the half marathon that I did just over a month ago now, but today I did go for a 10K run, and compared to what I was for the half, I feel out of shape. I think I did that today in about 48 minutes, so not too bad, but yeah, did not feel good. So I have no intention of doing a marathon. However, everyone from the run club recently has been applying for the London Marathon next year. The ballot's open, so you can get a place, hopefully, on the ballot if you apply, but it is 1 to 2% chance. So the chances are low. But I did apply for that, even though I have no intention of doing a marathon, as I say. But the way I'm looking at it is, if I get into that on a 1 to 2% chance, then it must be meant to be. So I thought I'd apply for it and just see. But if I do get in, I just know that it's going to take over the next year of my life. So it's Wednesday today. Didn't film anything yesterday because it turns out I was quite busy. Remember, I was waiting on some briefs to come through. Well, turns out the Caterpillar briefs did come through. However, I've not had a chance to start them yet because I was editing the video for Wolverine that I did last Friday. They needed some amends, quite a few amends actually. Yeah, kind of like more amends than I expected, but I got through them. And they've got back to me this morning with 2 more amends that should only take me maybe 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to make those changes first today. I've got the videos done for Johnny from the shoot that I had a few weeks ago in the aesthetics clinic, the conversations that I had to film and then edit. Edited those, sent those off yesterday. He signed them off, and I sent the final invoice out and he paid me straight away. I've not had too much bother in terms of clients not paying or taking ages to pay, to be honest. But he's like by far the best when it comes to signing off invoices and stuff like that, because he pays within about 5 minutes of receiving the invoice. So the money's in the bank for that, it's done. He's already asked me if I can quote a job that I need to have a look at today. He sent me some details over message, but he's already asked me if I can quote another job for him. So good news is he must have liked the edits, and yeah, I'll quote the job for him today, and hopefully he gives me some more work then. So just got back, gonna make some food, and then I'll tell you all about this new quote that I've got to give. Okay, so this new quote that I've got to give out. He wants me to quote another job. He sent me some details through of a shoot that he's had done before in the past with edits. And basically what they are, he's in a consultation with a patient. He wants to film that, a dual camera setup as a second video, so a part 2. He wants an edit of the actual treatment taking place that he's been consulting for. So it'll be 2 separate videos, a part 1 and a part 2. He's asked me to quote based on 5 patients. It's going to be a struggle getting 5 in one day, but I'm going to quote for 5 anyway. And then if we only manage to get maybe 4 filmed, then I obviously only do 8 edits, part 1 and 2 for each altogether. So then the quote will be a bit lower, but I'm going to quote for 5 just in case we get 5 done in the day. I've got a quote laid out here, and that quote is as follows. So we've got a full day shoot, up to 8 hours, dual camera setup with basic lighting and professional audio, conversational content between patient and clinician, B-roll content of treatments taking place. So that's going to cover both part 1 and part 2 of what I spoke about. That's going to be my day rate of $550 just for the day shoot. Then we've got the 10 video edits, part 1 and part 2. So that's 5 video edits of part 1 of client consultation, duration 1 to 1 minute 30, aspect ratios of 9:16 for social media. Then we've got 5 video edits, part 2, a treatment's taking place, duration again 1 to 1 minute 30, aspect ratios 9:16 for social media, B-roll of content including various angles and ranges, voiceover and royalty-free music sourcing and inclusion. Now all raw footage I'm going to include for the day's shoot, and that's also going to cover travel and all kit, which I always put on my invoices. The total that I've come to for this is £3,350 altogether. I've worked out it's probably going to be about 5 or 6 editing days. I think I'll probably be able to get a part 1 and part 2 out each day. So it's probably going to be around about 5 or 6 editing days once any amends have come through and things like that. Let me know what you think. If anyone out there has any struggles or issues with quoting this stuff, hopefully this helps you. And if you want any more information on this stuff as well, I do have a video that goes over this stuff, but if you want any more information, then just hit me up in the comments. Ask me any questions based on how I got to this quote, or if you just have any general questions about quotes in general. Hey, what's going on everyone? I just wanted to jump on. It's Friday evening. I've not done too much filming this week, just due to the fact that I've had to start these videos for Caterpillar. I'm 3 videos deep now, and they aren't all fully polished. But I've got a main structure for 3 videos out of 7. So I've been very busy over the last few days getting all that sort of stuff done. So I haven't had much time to film stuff for the vlog. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated as I'm going along with these videos. There's not too much else to tell from this week so far. Just the editing. And I also sent the quote off to Johnny, my client that I did the shoot for the other week. He was happy with the quote, but he hasn't let me know yet if he wants to book me for the job. He has asked if I'm going to be free on the 23rd of May, which will be the shoot date. And honestly, if that shoot does come through, it'll be quite interesting because it's going to be in a studio rather than the clinic. So I'm guessing there'll be professional lighting in there, a bit more space, things like that. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting job to take on. One thing about the job as well, when I quoted it, one of his questions to me was, do I feel like I could get the same result as the reference material that he'd sent to me? And the reason he was asking this is because he's had issues with a past videographer who did a shoot for him and he wasn't able to use any of the footage. I think the main reasons were stability and the flow of shots within the edit. So he felt like he couldn't use any of it. So rather than going, hey, yeah, let's do this, I'll pay you X amount that you've charged, he wants to be sure that I can do the job. Now, I'm pretty certain that I can do it, but still new to this game. So for me, I've done quite a few jobs now, but I still feel a bit like I still get imposter syndrome for sure. So when people say things like, are you sure you can do this? I've had bad experiences in the past and so on. Of course, that makes me a bit nervous, but I know that I will prepare the best I can for it. And
get the best result that I can possibly get. Now, if that is to someone else's standard, who knows, right? Like, people are going to have different standards out there. So I hope it is, and I'd love to do the job, but let's see. Because the job that I did for him the other week, you can remember I did the lighting setup. I practiced for that, and I'd probably do a similar thing with this as well. I'd probably practice a little bit, getting some really stable shots and thinking about how I can flow the shots. Not only that, but also preparing a shot list. I asked him if we can have a call, if we do the job together. I asked him if we can have a call beforehand, a bit of a planning call. I think some jobs just need that. Not every job, but some jobs just need that. If anything, to make me feel comfortable about doing it and know that I've been the best prepared I can possibly be. Also, another minor update. Remember when I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to start these chats with people in this industry, whether it be photographers, videographers, just anything related to this? Well, I've got my first meeting in 2 weeks on the 12th, just under 2 weeks actually. And that meeting is with a guy who's close by. So we're just meeting for a coffee in town. And he's agreed to let me record the whole thing. It's going to be part of the vlog, and I'm also going to include it as a separate episode, I think. Just a standalone episode on its own. And whenever I do any of these chats, I'm going to do the same with them as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be super lo-fi stuff. I don't imagine it's going to be like some professional podcast, but I'm going to prepare some questions beforehand, know what I want to ask, and just try and find ways to understand this guy's journey and how he got to where he is now, and ask questions that are relevant and also relevant for you guys, right? Like questions that I want to know or questions that you want to know. So looking forward to it. That's the first one in the lineup. I'll be organizing some more soon, so keep your eyes peeled.